Hey, Greg Adler here, president of Off-Road Warehouse and part-time off-road racer. Here at ORW, we're not just your typical off-road shop. We sell race parts. Come check it out. We sell everything from FK rod ends, Bragola, PCI radios, and we're even selling direct BF Goodrich racing tires. Check out any one of our 10 Off-Road Warehouse locations. Get you dialed for going down to Baja or anywhere else you play.
Stacy Clark here, owner and general manager of Unlimited RV. As racers, we know how important time is. Not bad, kid. 5 seconds faster. As racers, we know how important reliability is. At Unlimited RV, we have lifetime warranties, so you know we've got you covered. At Unlimited RV, we offer nationwide free shipping, so you don't have to waste your time getting into the RV or motorhome for your next big adventure.
Go further. Explore the trails less traveled. And reach your destination quicker with King's new Toyota Sequoia 2.5 OEM Performance Series kit. These 100% bolt-on kits feature front ride height adjustment, superior ride quality, and external finned reservoirs with optional wide-range compression adjusters to further refine your ride quality. See why we're the choice of experienced overlanders and order your Sequoia kit today.
Sure, everything's made of something, but time and sweat is what puts it together. And it's that relentless application of effort against the clock that created everything around us. The BF Goodrich HD Terrain Tire is engineered to tackle the extreme situations heavy-duty trucks are met with head-on. Because downtime can't exist when there's a job to do. Time isn't something to marvel at. It's something to be seized. It's a tool we put firmly in your hands. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here with your second Fishgistics update today on the 2024 Vegas to Reno. What's going on, guys? We have some exciting action to bring you all day today with our hourly updates, just like we always do. We kicked it off earlier. We said the motorcycles were about halfway done with the race. The four-wheel vehicles had just gone off the line, and right now at 12 o'clock, literally about 3 minutes ago, we have our UTVs that were supposed to be starting off the line at 12 o'clock. They gave the UTVs a 1 hour gap from the last of the four-wheel vehicles until the UTVs started, and then some of the other slower classes are going back behind the UTVs as well. We can actually go over and look at the starting order. Best in Desert did post it on their website. So if you guys are wondering what the starting order was, it is on their website. They did one car every minute for the first 20 or 30, 30, and then it was one car every 30 seconds after that. Then when the UTVs go, it's going to be one car every minute for the top 20 UTVs, and then everyone else is going to be 30 seconds after that. So you can see we are at, they are supposed to start at 12 o'clock, the UTVs. This is going to be the order that they're going to go off the line. Top 20 at 1 minute, like we just said, and then everyone else will be at 30 seconds. There is also the 4,500, the 4,600, 7,300, 8,100. Those classes are actually going behind the UTVs, which would be normal at a race. The UTVs go towards the front nowadays, middle to the front of most of the race cars. So that's what's happening right now. So if we go look over at the map, we can go and see where our lead bikes are. So our first lead bike is going to be the N3. It is Bryce and Jack still on N3. They are in first place physical. And I say physical because we're going to have to check times in a minute. And they are right at mile 410. So they have about 140 miles left in the race. But look at right behind them. This is a really good race in the bike races. We have Preston Campbell, son of legendary Johnny Campbell, riding the 304. And then we have Jarrett and Matt Combs here on the N22, who are right there with Preston. So heck of a race going on with these guys up front, the top three there. And then we have the N2 that's back here. Now, something to keep in mind. Remember earlier, Skylar Howes had a crash. Him and Ricky Brabeck were riding together this race. Ricky did his section, got off the bike, and then Skylar got on, and unfortunately, it sounds like maybe broke his leg. So he is out of the race, but some of these guys stopped with Skylar and stayed there for a long time. So I know that Shane Logan was one of them, and so was the N1 right here. So honestly, any times that we get for the rest of the day are going to be worthless. And here's why. They're going to get a time credit for the amount of time that they were stopped helping Skylar and waiting for the medics. We don't know how long that time was. Nobody actually knows how long that time is until we look at their tracker physically at the finish line and we see how long they were stopped. The tracker will look and see when they stopped, and then they'll see when they're going again, and they will get that Good Samaritan time credit. So just because you're looking at the tracker and these guys are looking like they're back here, and then when we go over to the split page right here, the time split page, and we look on here, this is not going to mean anything right now for the Open Pro class the rest of the day. We can see at mile 400, it's showing that the N3 was winning by a minute or by about 33 seconds, but we don't know what the time credits are. So it kind of throws a little curveball for the bike guys. That's also hard for the bike guys teams because they're looking at this and they're getting physical splits and they don't know either anymore because they don't know how much of a time credit these guys are getting. So it's tough when that happens. You really are just going to have to ride as hard as you can, and you're not going to know who wins this race until these bikes finish and we see what their time credit's going to be. So big bummer for Skylar, like we said. I know he's going to be really bummed because he's got the Dakar coming up. So we never like to see somebody get hurt before a big race like that. I don't know what his recovery time will be, but I don't know. Who knows? You know, these guys are top athletes. He might be able to get back out there for the Dakar, but we'll see. But that's a look at your bike leaders right now. Like we said, the N3 is out front, but it's going to come down to credits for the N2, the N1, and anyone else that was stopped. There was a few of these bikes that were stopped there with Skylar. So bike race, we don't know. No one's going to know today who wins that race until after those guys finish and Racing Tracks looks and sees how long they were stopped. So that's going to be a little bit confusing for you guys. All the rest of the bikes are up here. Then the trucks are starting to reel in some of the back bikes. So they started, the bike started at 5:45. The truck started at 10 o'clock. So there was about a 4-hour difference there, depending on when they left the line, maybe 3 hours to some of the bikes in the back. But we can see right here, the 18 is the lead vehicle. The 18 qualified first. They started first. They're still up front. Haven't seen them come to a stop yet that I've seen. You can see they're doing 110 miles an hour right now. So that truck's obviously working pretty well. That is Nick Whetstone here in his Geyser. He's got a Geyser TT. Behind him, we have Ryan Arciero, who we did see get a flat tire just a little bit ago on his live camera, which is awesome because you can see right here, we are watching him live all day today. So that is Ryan Arciero right there. And look at how fast he is hauling ass right now. These trucks, it's amazing what these trucks will do. I mean, that's not sped up. Look at that footage, especially the rear camera. I mean, holy shit, that is freaking fast, right? Like these guys are hauling the mail today in these Vegas Reno is a very fast race. You can see why. They're going to average 65 miles an hour, these guys, if not more, probably in this race. So if some of you guys are asking when they're going to finish, well, if you just do some simple math, 555 miles at 65 mile an hour average is 8.5 hours. So if he did a 65 mile an hour average and they started at 10 a.m., that would mean they finish at 6:30 p.m. So I would say somewhere around 6:30 p.m. is going to be my guess for our first finisher, just based off the simple math and guessing a 65 mile an hour average. If they do 70, they might finish earlier. If they do a 60 mile an hour average, they'll finish at 7:15 will be your winner. So somewhere between 6:30 and 7, if I had to place bets, would be my my guess, between 6:30 and 7 for one of the winners. And it's most likely going to be the 18 or the 32, most likely. There's not a lot of competition today in the TT class. The number 9 is up there, Ethan Ebert. He is running in the Honda Ridgeline truck. Richard Glassick's going to be getting in that truck a little bit later. So it'll be one to keep an eye on. But it is actually really close racing between the 6100s and the leaders. I wouldn't be surprised to see a 6100 in the top 3 overall today. I mean, one of these could even win the race if a couple of these guys up front have problems. The 6100s are very fast nowadays. We have Jack Olgas, son of Steve, the Team Ford guys there. And then we have Connor McMullen is going to be in second. So that is a look at your first and second place. No surprise there. Connor McMullen, very fast in every kind of vehicle that he drives. He wins races pretty much anytime he races. It seems like he's winning. Maybe not in 6100 quite yet because there is a little bit more competition, but he's always right there. I mean, obviously he's winning this race so far on time, on physical position. The 4400 class, this is a little bit different. So Ultra 4 kind of partnered up with Best in the Desert, and they made this one of their points races. So you do see the Ultra 4 cars out here today, which is pretty cool because we don't always see them in a lot of the desert races besides King of the Hammers, obviously, which is kind of a rock and desert race combined. This is strictly a desert race here today, and they are doing the exact same course, desert course, that everyone else is doing. One thing to note on the 4400 cars and a lot of the Ultra 4 cars, they have very small cells, fuel tanks in them, fuel cells, compared to what a lot of these trucks have. These trucks have 100 gallons, some have 120 gallons. They can go 250 miles on a tank of gas. These Ultra 4 cars, I'm told, do about 100 miles on a tank. So these guys are literally going to have to pit twice as much as the other guys. So for the overall, it's going to be a little bit tougher on him, but at least everyone in their group that they're racing against is on the same type of vehicle. So 4400 versus 4400, they're all going to have to stop about the same amount probably, right? We know that both the Gomez brothers have the same build of cars. They're the UFO cars. Joe Thompson built cars, probably have the exact same cell in them, literally. So JP Gomez is showing updated at 1208. Notice that 1208, that is about 3 minutes ago. So that is the not quite as good an update as 1209. So I'm going to say that JP could still be in front of his brother Raul. You just have to check the update times. Like I said, that's about a minute and a half after this one. So he could still be in front of him. If not, they are really close together. So really close racing going on between the two of them. Now we also have, let's see, where is Max Gordon at? Did I miss him? His tracker's probably not working, huh? Unless I'm not seeing him. So Max Gordon, if you guys are familiar with desert racing, the Gordon's trackers never freaking work. I don't care what kind of racing they're doing. A Gordon, if he's racing, his tracker doesn't work. It's just how it is. For some reason, when Gordon gets in a car, a little piece of something comes over the car or something, and the tracker doesn't work. Whether it's on purpose or not, I don't know. I'm just saying Robbie Gordon's tracker is the number one tracker not working. Now today, Max Gordon's tracker, I don't see working either. He is somewhere in third. So Max Gordon was running up here. He should be in front of the 9, but the 77 is not showing up today on the tracker. So we will have to keep an eye on him. It was working earlier, so it might just be my screen. If I update this thing, we'll see if we can get him to come back. So we'll try and do an update in a minute here, but it works sometimes and then sometimes it doesn't. So here, we'll just update it for you guys real quick. I'm going to have to redo it all, but it's worth it. Let's see if he's there. So that is another key thing. If you see somebody sometimes, it's there. Sometimes, okay, see, look, now he's there. All right, so we have 77 is now showed up. Perfect. All right, so the 77 is back. He is now showing in third. Perfect. So we got the 77, we got the 18, the 32, 77, the 9 is going to be your TT leaders, followed by the 48. But you have these 4400 cars that are running right there with them in the overall. So pretty cool to see the 4400 cars. We'll see later in the race, like I said, that fuel strategy thing, they're going to have to stop a lot more. So I would suspect these 4400s are going to fall back a bit just based off of fueling alone. Now, in the Class 1 cars, I think we only have one today. That is Nick May here in the 1507. So let's see, how many did we have in the 1500? I'm trying to find them. There's so many classes here today. I believe that's the only one that I see so far. So unlimited car. Oops, that stuck me. Unlimited car. Yeah, there's only one. So one on the tracker, one Class 1 car. That is Nick May showing up on the tracker. We got 6100s mixed in there. Pretty much it up front. More 4400s there. Then we have an 8000. That is, okay, so that's Brad Lovell. This is one of the stock full classes. So that is in that new Bronco R race thing, whatever it is. That is the Lovell Racing. They're out there in that. And they do have competition this race. There was another car entered in this class, so that is good. We got Jeremy Jones in a 4800 Legends entry. So that's some of the Ultra 4 cars. Another 4800. Chuck Crossland. That is not good. I think that's the team that Miles is chasing with. They are showing up at 0 miles an hour. So anytime you see the little red on the bottom there, that means that they're at a standstill, which is never good. So you never want to see red on the bottom of the tracker because that means they've come to a stop. So that is definitely not a good not a good sign if you see a 0 there. Now, the other thing we have to always look at is Class 11s. There is one today. There is one Class 11, and it is the 4500 class over here because for some reason we use weird numbers in this series. And 45, so it was 45, I don't know. There's two different 45s. So it was 4581 is what I was told, but this says 4500 mod. I was told that 4581 is Class 11. So maybe one of you guys can confirm. Is Chris May a Class 11 car? If he is, that is the one that we're going to keep an eye on today. So I'll find that out for you guys. I'm sure somebody in the comments here will let me know. But I believe that 4581 may be Class 11. We just have to confirm that. But there was one entered, so we will find it for you guys, and I will show it up, show you guys at the next update. The UTVs, let's look at them. They just started a bit ago. All right, here we go. Once again, some weird numbers and letters going on here. I can't keep it all straight. But H1, Cody Bradbury, that is your UTV Open class. Now, UTV Open is going to be your anything you want to race basically in that class. You can race a Can-Am in that class with the turbo if you want. You can race a Pro R. You can race whatever you want in the UTV Open. It's basically an open class. So you're going to see a mixture in there. Cody Bradbury is actually in a Can-Am. I believe that is a new Maverick R. So he's in a Can-Am in the UTV Open class. Behind him, we have Polaris Factory Racing driver Brock Heger. He qualified second. So he is in a Pro R. So that is that. And then we have T978. We got Dustin Jones. Now this is the Pro Turbo class. So obviously this class is going to be pretty much just Can-Ams because none of the Polaris cars, the newer cars, really race. The Turbo R, they don't really race that too much. There might be one or two in here, but most of the top drivers are in the Pro R. So this is pretty much going to be a Can-Am class. However, they don't care what class they're in. They are going for the UTV overall. This battle today is going to be epic because just going down this list here, like I said, we got Cody Bradbury, we have Brock Heger, we got Dustin Jones, we got Phil Blurton, we got Hunter Miller, we got Joe Tirana in the brand new car, brand new build there. We got, where's the other Millers? We got Cody Miller. There he is. We got both Millers here. We have Mitch Guthrie Jr. We got Vito Reno. We have all of the heavy hitters, Braden Baker, anyone fast in a UTV just about is at this race. Like, I don't even know anybody that's not here. We got Ronnie Anderson here. We got everybody from Can-Am, from Polaris. There's even a couple speed cars. Well, there was. I don't know if they're still going or not, but there was a couple speed cars entered. So everyone is here today. Doug Matag, this is going to be epic. I'm actually really stoked to watch this race. The golf carts have come a long way. I'll just say that. They are pretty fast and pretty fun nowadays. So it's going to be fun to keep an eye on these guys. You can see they're just right now starting off the line. So we will we'll keep tuned in with them for the future updates, but they're not even a mile 20 yet, so not much to tell you guys on them so far. Yeah, Caden McCackern, everybody's there. Max Eddy Jr. with our co-driver from Nora, Austin Eddy, great name by the way, is co-driving with Max Eddy Jr. today in one of the Polaris factory cars. So this is gonna be a lot of fun to watch. This race right here is what I'm looking forward to the most. You know, the trophy truck race, trick truck race is always fun, but the competition today is in the UTV race. It's gonna be really fun. So we'll see. Can Ryan pull it off? Can Ryan Arciero win 4 in a row? I think I could be mistaken here, but Jason Voss, I think he has the most trick truck wins, but I don't think he has 4 in a row. One of you guys in the comments can probably confirm that for me or not. I believe Jason Voss has 3 in a row, and I think he might have 5 overall at Vegas to Reno. I'll check on that for you guys too and find out, because Ryan Arciero may be going for a record today with 4 in a row. Jason Voss is the only other racer I can think of that has dominated at Vegas to Reno in the trick truck class. And it's a bummer not to see him out here racing with us anymore, because he was always really, really fast. But yeah, that's going to do it for our update. In the meanwhile, you can go over and watch everyone's live in-car. You got Max Gordon here thanks to Starstream. You got Max Gordon. If it's not working, just hit refresh and then it comes back on. And you can see right there. So we got Max Gordon going live. We got Robert Campbell in a UTV. He's lined up at the start line, about to go. We got Ryan Arciero on the bottom down here. It'll come back in a second. So we got Ryan's live camera. We have Jason Coleman over here with Brady Mellon, and they have the audio too. They got the audio going, so it's kind of funny. You can listen to them in the car, which I always think is really risky. Me myself, I don't like having the audio on there because you don't remember that you're live the whole time. So it's a little bit risky to have the audio going, but props to them. It makes it more fun for us watching to be able to hear the audio. That's for sure. So so there you go. All right, that'll do it for our update. I'll send it back over to Miles and Dave and everyone else in the pits. And oh yeah, we got Steve Austin. Stone Cold is racing here today too. So he hasn't started yet, but we'll keep an eye on him. So Stone Cold Steve Austin, you guys from WWF, WCW days, whatever the heck it's called nowadays. I don't even know what it's called. World Wrestling Federation, whatever. Steve Austin, 316. Of course, his number is 316, right? So we'll see him a little bit later. He's got a live camera, and he will be going off the start line in a little bit. So head back over to Best in the Desert, and you can watch on their live stream, and then we'll be back at 1 o'clock with your next update here on Fishgistics. So see you guys in just a little bit.